Hello, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make this wallet, which I showed in another video. So the materials you're going to be needing are a ruler. I like metal rulers, but you can use any ruler. A pair of scissors. These are Fiskars non-stick scissors. A piece of like ID plastic. This is a piece of top loader plastic, but you can use any plastic you want. A card to check your pockets. I'm going to be using 2 colors of duct tape. The white tape and the swirly peace sign tape. You need clear tape, an X-Acto knife, and a cutting mat. And that's all the materials. So let's get started. So first you want to cut out 4 strips of your pattern duct tape. That is 4 1/8 of an inch long. So 4 1/8 pieces. This is going to be the inside part that's beige right there. Just gonna cut off the end here, so it's a little messed up. And I did compensate for that. So there's 1 strip. You want to make 3 more of those. Now that you have all 4 1/8 inch strips cut out, we're going to make a duct tape sheet that is 6 inches high. So make sure that this bottom piece, or the first piece, is lined up with a line at the bottom. Grab your second piece and just overlap it by about 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't have to be perfect. And once you have your third strip on, you should be about 3/4 of an inch from the 6 inch mark. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the 6 inch mark. Grab your last strip and line up the top with that line. So that you now have this big piece of duct tape that is 4 1/8 of an inch by 6 inches. Now we're going to set this aside and cut out some more strips to cover the back. So I'm just going to put that up there, and we'll get started with our next strips. Okay, so now grab your other color, and we're going to cut out the same amount of strips, the same length, everything is the same, which means 4 1/8 inch strips. Now we're going to lift up one of our strips here, grab your big sheet that you just made, and we're going to overlap it, but leave 1/4 of an inch of sticky for the white part. So let me show you what I mean. So it'll look something like that. So there's the white kind of sticking over, and you can fold it over here. And as you can see, that creates a nice trim. And now you can apply 2 more strips, but we're going to do the same on this side. I like to put the white strip upside down so that I can flip this over and easily see how much space I'm leaving. Get off of me! Okay. Just gonna line it up and fold it over. You have a sheet of duct tape. If you have any sticky parts sticking over, you can trim that, but try to keep it at 4 1/8 of an inch. Don't start trimming things by like 1/4 of an inch. You don't want to change your dimensions that much. We are going to fold this strip, or this piece, in half, sticking the 2 trims together. And now your fabric piece should be folded in half. And we're going to start on the card pockets and ID next. So now we are going to make the hidden pocket that will go on the wallet. It's under the pockets, so right there. So you're going to want to cut out 2 4 1/8 inch strips of one color and 2 of your other color. Now that you have your 4 strips cut out, set the white pieces aside. And make sure that your pattern piece is lined up with the bottom of your board, or aligned. And put your second strip so that it's at the 2 3/4 inch mark. So 1, 2, and here's the 3/4 inches mark. So just gonna put the strip on, and now you have a little sheet, but it is still sticky on the other side, so we're going to use the white strips to cover it. And don't worry about any trim. Okay, now you have a sheet here. Grab your big sheet that we made, and with the opening on this side, this hidden pocket will go right about there. And we're going to tape that down in a bit. Now we're going to work on the card pockets. You need to cut out 6 3-inch strips of your duct tape. Now I'm cutting out 3 6-inch pieces, and then I'm going to cut those in half. You have 6 3-inch pieces. We actually need to make some panels of duct tape. And like always, line up this strip with the horizontal line on your mat. And these little panels are going to be 2.5 inches long. So you really aren't adding that much extra space, but it is necessary. So that's one of your sheets, and we are going to be doing this to these 4 pieces as well. And you can just set these aside. Now do the exact same thing but with the clear tape. Well, yeah, just cut out the same amount of strips is what I meant by that. Now that you have 6 3-inch strips of clear tape, you can start flipping over these little panels, and we're going to be covering them with the clear tape here. So I'll show you one and then you can do the rest on your own. So there is one, and repeat that for these. Now we're going to add the trim to these pockets, which will be going on the top of them, which means you want to grab your pattern duct tape and cut out a strip that is 2.5 inches, and then cut that into approximate thirds. Doesn't have to be perfect. Then we're going to line the side that is 2.5 inches, doesn't matter which one, and with a 1/4 inch trim. So there is one. Now repeat that for the rest of your pockets. Now that all your pockets are trimmed, we're going to attach them to the little wallet here. So cut out a 2.5 inch strip of white tape. And now cut that into thirds. Now we're just going to cover the bottom of the pockets in the white duct tape, just like that. And these are going to be attached to our hidden pocket. So leave about 1/4 inch gap at the top. And I'm going to leave a very, very tiny little sliver in between. You can barely tell it's there, but indeed it is. Now for the last pocket. Just go on like that. And if you line it up here, you can actually just fold that over. But this is only a temporary piece. When we get the little expandable piece in, we'll peel it up, the white strip up, and attach it that way. But now we're ready to actually attach this whole hidden pocket on. So you're going to want to get a 4 1/8 inch strip and cut that in half. Now overlap this onto the hidden pocket, the side with the edge, I guess. Overlap it 3/8 of an inch. Now lift up your hidden pocket and fold the sticky part over. Actually messed that up. And now you have a nice, smooth, nice finished edge on your hidden pocket. Do the same thing on the other side, but don't actually fold it in. You just want to put the tape onto this panel. So let me show you what I mean. So as you can see now, it's closed off on all sides but the top and the side here. But we do need an entryway to get into the pocket, so we're only going to seal the top. I actually decided to just cut off the bottom part there, so I just peeled it up and cut it along the edge. But now back onto the video, normal video. Cut out a 3-inch strip. Cut that in half and put one of the strips aside. We'll be using it later. But now for the top of the wallet. Line the strip up so that it does not cover the pocket but is like aligned with it perfectly. So as you can see, I can still get into the top pocket with this strip there. And you actually just want to fold this into the wallet. But it wouldn't be even inside because this strip is quite long. So we're going to trim it to be 1/4 of an inch. And now, fold that strip in, cut off any excess, and now it's the same length as this. And you can throw this away. Now we are going to get started on the ID. First you want to grab your graphic tape and cut out a strip that is in between 3 1/8 of an inch and 3 1/4 of an inch. I'm gonna put this on. Just make sure that it's really well creased. And I just creased it unevenly. Grab this strip and try to make it even on the bottom 3 edges. Like that. Not too even, but good enough. Now you can grab your ID plastic and on one of the longer edges, cut into it to kind of like score it, I guess. So you'll see a line there. With your scissors, you can just cut that and you'll know it's a straight line. Just like that. Cut out a 4-inch strip from the bottom. Cut 1/2 inch. So you should have a 1/2 inch wide piece of tape. Get the straight edge of your piece of plastic you're going to put a 1/4 inch trim. So now it will look like that. Line the bottom of the trim here with the top of your strip here. And leave about like 3/8 of an inch to 1/2 an inch on all the sides. Maybe a little less. Maybe more like 1/4 of an inch to 3/8. And we're going to score it again. You can just do this freehand. And get your scissors and cut where you marked. Cut your 4-inch strip here approximately in half. Line up the ID and put the strip on. It won't be quite long enough, but you won't be able to tell in the end. And just fold it over if need be. So now it should only be attached on the bottom. Trim your piece of tape here to be 3 inches. Throw away that 1-inch strip. And on the same side that you added the trim, we're going to do that again. So now it'll look like that. We are going to make the divider, or not the divider, the little expandable part right in there. Grab your white tape, cut a strip that is 2 3/4 of an inch. And fold it in half. Just like that. Now you can fold this strip in half again. And it's going to be attached here at the bottom. Grab your 3-inch piece here. I don't think it's wide enough to cut in half. So we'll just use it on one side. Which will be the ID side in my case. Make sure that when you put this in place, it's being folded to the inside here. So see, the opening is there. You want to put it on the outside. Get that little strip off. Now it should be attached on the one side. Just like that. Cut out a 3-inch strip here. Cut it about in half. And now cover the side with the pockets, card pockets. Remember to fold the accordion part in. This can be a little bit tricky. I'm going to trim this piece down quite a bit actually. Actually, I'm gonna just take it off because I didn't put it on very well. Fold this. There you go. Just gonna cut slits in the parts that we had to cover. So the ID. Don't push too hard or else you'll cut through the wallet. And then the card pockets. And the hidden pocket. So there's our completed wallet. Grab your card and make sure that all of the spots fit. And your spot for money. So that is the wallet. I hope you liked this tutorial. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I will be glad to answer them. And thanks for watching. See you later.